This year I had the good fortune to be introduced to an individual, Gord, who is the only Canadian collaborator of the Eastern North American Golden Eagle Association. These birds are just beautiful and a species that I had always wanted to photograph, but difficult to find. Gord, through the right permitting and such, has been given permission to place out roadkill on a frozen lake in northern Ontario. In this area, he places many video cameras on motion sensing triggers, and he collects data on the population of eastern golden eagles. His data collection has led to some very new and interesting findings about golden eagles in eastern Canada, to the point that they didn't even know that golden eagles resided in northern Ontario. Gord was very kind and allowed me to sit in one of his natural blinds to witness and photograph golden eagles and bald eagles. There were incredible interactions between eagles, behaviors, unique flight shots. It really was a wonderful trip. I was ill prepared, though, for the cold winter conditions, as I had arrived in Ontario not with the intentions of doing any backcountry photography. But I was able to beg, borrow, and steal enough warm clothing, and I had a great time as I tried to stay warm and photograph these amazing birds. I was very fortunate to capture many different behaviors, many different environmental images of eagles, but this one shot in particular of a golden eagle sitting on the ice by a white-tailed deer and feeding on it in a blizzard, wow, that was a memory I will never forget and a rare image. As much as I really loved my first introduction to the golden eagle species and my first introduction to photographing them, bald eagles continued to show up as well. And it got me to think of the success story of bald eagles in our very short history here in North America. This was a species that was very common in the mid-1800s. There was estimated to be 300 to 500,000 birds throughout North America. But by the mid-1950s, only 412 nesting pairs were found of the United States. Why did this happen? Well, loss of habitat and poaching contributed to some of it. But the real issue was the use of DDT, a chemical for agriculture. DDT use impacted bald eagles because it impacted their ability to produce calcium necessary for thick, strong eggshells. They would produce eggs with very thin shells to the point where eagles sitting on their eggs would sometimes crush them. In addition, bald eagles were becoming sterile. In 1967, this bird was considered an endangered species. Shortly thereafter, in 1972, DDT was banned from use in the United States, with the hope of helping the recovery of this species. Subsequently, Canada followed in 1989. Today, there are an estimated 120,000 birds. Over the course of the 5 days, I was fortunate to capture some incredible images of bald eagles. Some awesome flight shots, some awesome behavioral shots, some awesome takeouts of bald eagles competing over the food below. Bald eagles' calls are amazing and sound quite unique. Very different from what we would see on movies. A lot of times in movies, red-tailed hawk screeches are dubbed in for the sound of a bald eagle. They'll use it to call to their mate, hopefully having the mate come back to their nest with food perhaps. Young will call out to their parents to bring them food, but also it's a territorial call to let other eagles know that this is their area and their territory. At All in the Wild, we try to help save habitat. In 2010, myself and my team, we began the All in the Wildland Fund. All the proceeds from the first 125 editions of our Earth Day print go to our All in the Wildland Fund. So each year, we celebrate Earth Day by providing the opportunity to purchase more land for our All in the Wildland Fund, providing homes for nature, and of course, valuable wild spaces that are conserved forever. This year's Earth Day print is entitled Fearless and Free, and it speaks of the unique characteristics of this species, the bald eagle. They're fearless, they're survivors, and they're free to soar the skies. Let's continue to always care, honor, and respect Mother Nature. Thank you for enjoying my art. Thank you for enjoying and appreciating Mother Nature. Have a wonderful Earth Day 2017. Take some time to get out and enjoy the soulful relaxation that Mother Nature offers to all of us, free.